Cheers indeed. Welcome back, everybody, to another video in the forest. It's that time of year again. It's Christmas. And I just wanted to do a little video real quick to first wish everybody Merry Christmas and to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the stream and how far we've come in just over a year and a half. We just crossed 25K on YouTube, which is pretty cool considering how short it's been. And it's been a real wild ride. It really has. And I want to tell you a story. Now, you guys know if this, this is obviously not dogfighting content. So if you're pressed for time and you want to continue on watching Core Skills and some other stuff, by all means, I will simply say Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you for all your support from everyone here at the Avenger Squadron. Now it's story time. Oh, there's nothing like hot coffee too, or sorry, hot tea. I have moved my stream times. And I wanted to briefly explain why that was the case, because I think it's an important story. So, I want to take you back to, I want to rewind the clock and take you back 10 years and talk about an experience I had overseas in the sandy desert, the beautiful sandy desert of Afghanistan. And I want to start by talking about a simple story of a very binary decision. Now, growing up, I spent a lot of time in high school not really loving high school. And like a lot of kids in high school, was pretty excited when I was finally done. The thing is, I graduated my high school early. I graduated early because I wanted to fight overseas. I had a lot of anger that had to get out. So I had to get it out, and I thought the best way to do that was to go fight in some sandy place. Maybe that way I can get all my aggression out. Because there's always a little monster inside all of us. Now, when I say the little monster inside all of us, I mean the part of us that thrives for combat or competition, that thrives for challenge, and that also, I guess you could say, thirsts for winning. And each of us has that little monster in us, some to lesser or more degrees. Now, I remember when I was training, I remember the military throughout the years. The military likes to encourage that monster as best it can. And if there's one thing I realized, is that when you fight in a war, the monster can be very good. In fact, the monster is actually what the military wants. They don't want the compassionate human being. They want the monster. Because the monster is going to be there to do the hard things that the compassionate human being will have trouble doing. The thing is, I never got rid of that monster. And that's maybe the source of why I'm so competitive throughout all my life. From different games, from things in my life, jiu-jitsu, competitions. I always had this desire to win at all costs, all the time, at everything I do. But there's someone a lot wiser than me out there. And Mr. Jordan Peterson had a good point when he said, integrating the monster is what makes a more complete human. Now, recently I switched my stream time, so what does that have to do with what I'm talking about? Well, the truth is, like many people, I have a lot of anxiety about stuff. Performance anxiety, relationship anxiety, anxiety of all kinds, like we all struggle with it. Now, maybe you're one of those perfect people that has their anxiety on complete control, and this video is just simply a lonely Canadian in the forest talking about anxiety. But I think for most of you, anxiety plays a pivotal role in our lives, and managing that level of anxiety can sometimes be quite difficult. I realized that if I want to become better, if I want to have a bigger stream, if I want to reach more people, if I want to spread the positivity that I like to embody, I need to integrate that monster in a positive way. Because if the monster comes out, sometimes it hurts the people around us that we love the most. So I realized that going to jiu-jitsu helps get the monster out. Because for a long time I tried to stuff the monster down, put it in a little spot down there in the mind and think like, okay, it's down there, it's in a cage, I threw the key away and I'm just like, you're not coming out anymore. I changed my name, I changed so many things, and I thought, ha! I've controlled the monster. But you cannot run from what you are, because it's part of you. Each one of us has a little monster inside, and if you lock it away and throw the key away, at some point it's going to come back, and it will hurt you and the ones you care about. So I thought, okay, if I can't get rid of the monster, if that little competitive monster that the military and a war zone was able to develop very strongly, how do I feed this thing and make it fight for something positive? And the simple action is this. If I let the monster compete in jiu-jitsu before I stream, if I get all my things done in the morning, if I accept the fact that that's part of me and that's not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing, then I can come into my streams with less anxiety. I can come into my streams exhausted physically, but ready to play mentally. And I can really embody and enjoy the time I spend with everybody who comes to the stream and everyone who comes to YouTube. And I realized that I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And that I should have been streaming at that time, and I should have kept the discipline of going to jiu-jitsu every single day. But that's how we learn. We make mistakes. And it took a couple times of the monster coming out on my own team, the people that I care about the most, for me to realize, I've been so silly. It's a wonderful thing, doing any kind of critical analysis. And even though I'm freezing my nuts off on the planet of Hoth, I appreciate these lessons in my life and the good people around me. And I hope that for everyone listening, that you have that little monster inside too. And that if you point it towards the right direction and you let that monster fight for you, instead of trying to hide away from it, you can make it do things that'll make your life way better than it is now. So, for this Christmas, new stream time, a new energy, more lessons learned. 2022 has been a huge year, and it's all thanks to everybody who's been coming by the stream and everyone who's been supporting us at the Squadron. Please make sure you spend some time with your family, because you don't know if this might be the last Christmas. Hopefully you all have many more Christmases together, and I hope I have many more with my family too. But life is a short thing. And for those of you guys who know me on a much more personal level, you know that, I see a lot of death with my career. So make sure you spend time with the ones you love. And if there's some things that maybe haven't been ironed out, some discussions and conversations that maybe you should have had a long time ago, but through pride or indifference, it's not worth the discussion, do the courageous thing and try anyway. I know I've had that happen to me in my life too. I've been proud and stubborn, and they should talk to me. But who's winning? It's the more courageous thing to do to face your problems head on than to stick your head in the snow and hope they fix themselves. It's the easy path to ignore it. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You guys know I like to catalog these moments and bring you guys all along for the ride, because aside from the hundreds of spaceship blasting pew 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 videos, it's nice to talk about these things, especially on moments like Christmas, where it's the most wonderful time of the year, or at least it's supposed to be, but it can be painful for some people. But it can also be a catalyst for a lot of positive change, because it reminds us of the stuff that really matters. Our family, the ones we care about, the things we love to do. So Merry Christmas, everybody. And thank you so much for the time you spend with myself and everyone here at the Squadron. I'll see all you folks in a few days. If not, I'll see you next year. And let's make 2023 better than 2022. And remember, 1% every day.